Good morning, dear students. Today, in history, we will be continuing the same chapter, that is, Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. Children, in our previous lectures, we have studied about the radicals, liberals, and conservatives, then the coming of socialism in Europe. Then we have studied about the different socialist leaders, and today we will start with the Russian Revolution. Children, the government in Russia was took over by the socialists through the October Revolution in 1917, the fall of monarchy in February 1917 in Russia, and the events of October Revolution are normally called as Russian Revolution. Children, today we will start our lecture with the economic and social condition of Russia during the beginning of 20th century. At the beginning of 20th century, children, the vast majority of Russia's people were agriculturists. About 85% of Russian Empire's population earned their living from agriculture. That means 85% population were dependent on agriculture. This proportion was higher than in the most of the European countries of that time period. For example, in France and Germany, the proportion was between 40% and 50%. Children, that time in Russia, industries was found in pockets. Prominent industrial areas were St. Petersburg and Moscow. Many factories were set up in 1890s when Russia's railway network was extended and foreign investment in industry increased. Most of the industry was the private property of the industrialist. Government supervised large factories to ensure minimum wages and limited hours of work. But factory inspectors could not prevent rules being broken. The working days was sometime 15 hours compared with 10 to 12 hours in factories. Accommodation varied from rooms to dormitories. Children, workers were divided according to the social group also. Some had strong link with the villages from where they have come. Others had settled in cities permanently. Workers were divided by skill. For example, metal workers considered themselves aristocrats among other workers because their occupation demanded more training and skill. Women were also working in the factories. They constitute 31% of the total labor working in the factories. Some workers formed associations to help the member in time of unemployment or financial hardship, but such associations were very few. Despite divisions, workers did unite to strike workshop or unite to strike work when they disagreed with the employer. In the countryside, peasants cultivated most of the land, but the nobility, the crown, the Orthodox Church owned large properties. That means the peasants they used to work on the others' land. Children, these peasants had no respect for the nobility because nobles got their power and position through the services of Tsar. not through the local popularity. In Russia, peasants wanted the land of the nobles to be given to them. Frequently, they refused to pay rent and even murdered the landlords. Children, the Russian peasants were different from the other European peasants in one more way or in another way. They pooled their land together periodically and their commune divided it according to the needs of individual families. Children, once again, I am repeating the condition of industrial workers during the beginning of 20th century in Russia. The first one is the industries were found in pockets or limited areas. Then most industries were the private properties of industrialists. Government supervised large factories to ensure minimum wages and limited hours of work, but rules were often broken. Then the working hours in a small workshops were sometimes 15 hours compared to 10 to 12 hours in the factories. Then the workers were divided into social groups according to their skills. Then women made up of 31% of the factory labor force. Then the division among the workers showed in their dress and manners too. Workers formed association to help members in time of unemployment or a financial hardship. Now, socialism in Russia. Children, all the political parties were illegal in Russia before 1914. That means no political party was allowed to work. The Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded in 1898. Beta, you have to learn this. In 1898, Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded by the socialists who respected Karl Marx's ideas. Children, however, because of government policing, it had to operate as an illegal organization. It set up a newspaper, mobilized workers, and organized strikes. Children, some Russian socialists felt that the Russian peasant custom of dividing land periodically made them natural socialists. So, peasants, not the workers, would be the main force of revolution. And Russia could become socialist more quickly than the other countries. Socialists were active in the countryside through the late 19th century. They formed the Socialist Revolutionary Party in 1900. This party struggled for peasants' rights and demanded that land belonging to nobles be transferred to the peasants. Some social democrats disagreed with the socialist revolutionaries about peasants because, like Lenin, felt that peasants were not one united group. Some were poor and the other were rich. Some worked as a laborer while others were capitalists who employed workers. The Social Democratic Party was later divided over the strategy of organization. The party splits into two wings, the Bolshevik and the Menshevik. Now, children, Bolshevik were the majority group of the workers of Russia under the leadership of Vladimir Lenin. They believed in the revolutionary method for bringing about changes in the society and the state. And the Menshevik were the minority group of the workers of the Russia. They believed in the parliamentary method and the participation in elections. They thought that the party should be open to all. They favored parties as were existing in France and Germany, which took part in elections to the legislature of their countries. Now, a turbulent time, the 1905 revolution. Children, in the beginning of 20th century, Russia was still an autocracy and the Tsar was not a subject to parliament. Autocracy means a country that is ruled by one person and who has complete power, despotic ruler. And the Tsar means ruler. During the revolution of 1905, Social Democrats and the Socialist Revolutionaries worked with the peasants and the workers to demand a constitution so that they can limit the powers of despotic rulers. They were supported in the empire by the nationalist children. The liberals wanted the autocracy of the Tsar to be ended. They worked towards demanding a constitution during the revolution of 1905. Children, this is a photograph of Russian Revolution of 1905. Here the demonstrators are demonstrating before the bloody incident took place. Now, children, the year 1904 was bad for Russian workers because of increasing prices of essential goods, decline in the real wages. Real wages means reflects the quantities of goods which with the wages will actually buy. Children, the real wages had declined by 20%. The membership of the workers rose associations dramatically. The membership of workers rose association dramatically. 4 members of the Assembly of Russian Workers formed in 1904 were dismissed at the Petrolov Iron Work. There was a call for the industrial action. After few days, over 110,000 workers in St. Petersburg went on strike, demanding a reduction in 8 hours working duty, an increase in wages, and improved working conditions. Children, when the procession of workers led by Father Gapon reached the Winter Palace of the Tsar in order to present a petition, but they were attacked by police and Cossacks. Cossacks means a group of predominantly East Slavic people who were members of democratic semi-military communities in Ukraine and South and Southern Russia. Children, the people were fired at indiscriminately, resulting in the death of more than 100 workers and about 300 were wounded. This incident started a series of events that became known as 1905 Revolution, and the incident is known as Bloody Sunday in Russian history. Children, during the 1905 revolution, the Tsar allowed the creation of an elected consultative parliament or Duma for a brief period while During the revolution, there existed a large number of trade unions and factory committees made up of factory workers. After 1905, most committees and the union worked unofficially because they were declared as illegal. Children, severe restrictions were placed on the political parties. The Tsar dismissed the Duma within 75 days and the re elected Second Duma within 3 months because he did not want any questioning of his authority or any reduction of his powers. He changed the voting laws and packed the Third Duma with conservative politicians. Liberals and revolutionaries were kept out. That's all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.